Hi guys, welcome to Grudy's Race and Resto and welcome to Sunday Funday. Rightio. Let's give it a little, see if it'll start with no pedal. Idles are a little low and the volts are a little low. I've got to play with the harmonic balancer. So I've given it a little bit of a small tune, and the sync is better, but it's still not quite right. So we need to speed the engine up a little on idle, but that's right. So it's getting better. Tomorrow I will get some reg on it, plug the Innovate in, start playing with the idles a little bit better. So today we set the float levels, resynced all the throttles. I made a nice little end here. So I welded a M8 nut on there, drilled it out, and then polished the end nice and neat. So now there's a little bit of back and forward, but that's it. All right. So we still need to do massive amounts of tuning, so street tuning. So all week all we're going to do is street tune. Have changed emulsions to F16s. They're probably a little lean, but I'll drill them. If they're too lean, I will shave the outside of the emulsion tube down to richen up a tad. And then I will start to drill some new air holes in the emulsion tube. So yeah, it's got 160 mains, 190 airs. I've punched it all in. I'm a little big on the chokes at 42. It should have 40 or 41s. So we'll see. This week I might buy some F2s. Hold on, let's have a look. So I have a fair bit of stuff, but I have a lot of F7s. So if anyone's after some real rich F7s, you put in bigger engines, I suppose. So F2s, I have 2 trays of F7s. I need some F2s, and my F16s I've got in there now. I need to fill up some airs, and I need to fill up some jets. So this is all I've done. So I need to get some 165 and 170 jets. I think I've got, 4? And I need to get some more 180, 185 bleeds and some 190, 195 bleeds. Other than that, I just got to keep refilling. Down here, I bought a lot of really, really big jets in anticipation for doing some E85 stuff. So all these F7s, these will all do E85. Now, you turn it upside down like this and you start drilling at the base here when they're rich, and you just start drilling more holes, hence like so F2. So this is upside down. So F2's richer because the actual emulsion tube piece here is thinner. So there's lots of little stuff. I'll run through that. I spent heaps of money to buy all this gear. And online there's a lot of little things you can download. This is actually an idle jet, because Weber stuff, if you're interested in Weber stuff, you look here. These numbers don't coincide, but somebody went through and checked all the air holes, fuel holes, and worked out the percentages of AFR increase. So at the moment, we're running a 50 F9 is what we've got in there. 55 F8 is what we're running. And we've got some 50 F9s, we've got some 55 F9s. So we've got a couple of different ones, but we're not bad. We're about 3/4 turn out with a 55 F8. So once I put the Innovate on there tomorrow, we will get a bit of a better idea. Rightio. Anyone that followed along earlier in the week, I rebuilt my first auto trans. So we'll see how this comes up. I always had an auto trans guy that built stuff for me. Andrew, lovely chap. I just don't have his phone number anymore. I have had so many manual things in the last 10 years. So I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. Build it by the book, come up really nice. So tomorrow we go and get some shims for the back of the crank, and the Volkswagen motor will go onto the back of the Oztrike. So yeah, getting somewhere with that, getting somewhere with all the little projects. Need to get all these things out so we can do some other stuff. We actually have, I picked this up Tuesday. This is Brian's car. This is a neat little 318. So I have to do some rust work on the floor. I've just been putting it off. I've always got to do rust work. It's BMW life. Hold on, let's get a torch and we'll have a look under this car. This is a neat little car. It's got a Series 1.5 front on it. Has a nice little feeder lip. It's an M10 car. Has AC. Brian's a little bit older than I am. He likes, so it's got like nice brakes, it's got IBAC springs, and I reckon it's got Bilstein shocks. But what we have is some rust in the battery tray, some rust in the firewall up in here, mate. Let's see if we can look where my eyes are looking. There's a little bit of rust up under the battery tray. I have to repair that. Under this cover is some rust as well. So we'll get into it during the week and we'll fix all this floor. It's this whole section above there, and Brian's a little bit picky than most, so I've probably got to repair and clean all the insulation and then paint it and reglue it all back on. So yeah, that's this week's job. And we've got, hold on, we've got the 2002 Bauer. I have a number plate now, so that'll go in for a number check this week as well. So yeah, it's getting there. The E30 is getting closer. This week it'll have reg. It's got both its seats. Got to do a little bit of a repair on the Indy, but it is a very nice seat. So they're all bolted in. Seat belts are all bolted in. I've got to bolt some catches in. We're nearly ready to drive. So I chucked my synchronizer on. I synced the carbies today with a motorbike sync tool that I use. It screws into here in the carburetor. So yeah, I'll do a little bit of tuning, and maybe it's a bit hard to film whilst I tune and stuff, and whilst I'm doing things. When I have some sort of still camera that I can set up and do like time lapse stuff, then it'll be a little bit easier. But yeah, until then, you just got to deal with finished product kind of stuff. So this is definitely sounding better. We pulled a heap of fuel out. So yeah, I'll probably pull a bunch more fuel out this week and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. Sunday Funday. Should be some driving videos this week. More than likely it'll be Joe driving and me filming. So that'll be nice. We'll do some with the Innovate plugged in, so you can see the O2 sensor and see what kind of fueling it ends up with. We should end up at around, I'd like to see idles around 13.6, 13.5. Throttle on, wide open throttle, 12.5, 12.4. I don't really want in the 11s, but yeah, that's what we're doing this week. Thanks. You have a lovely weekend, and I will put up a bunch of little shorts and stuff this week on tuning.